What exactly is a fossil? A fossil is any preserved body part, excrement, or impression of an organism that lived in the distant past. This includes anything from a preserved footprint to a preserved foot bone to a preserved dino dropping. People sometimes argue over what distant means in this definition, but typically, if you find a bone that has been dated at over 10,000 years old, most people will be okay with you calling it a fossil. Fossils can be preserved in ice, river sediment, volcanic ash, tar, desert sandstone, globs of hardened tree sap, you name it. If conditions are right, hard structures like bones, exoskeletons, or wood can sometimes go through a process called permineralization. They become permanently infused with hard minerals. This here is a Brazilian agate. Agates are not fossils because they are not the preserved body parts, excrement, or impressions of an organism that lived in the distant past, but understanding how agates form helps us understand how permineralization works. In the distant past, this agate was a cavity, a simple hole in a rock, a bubble that formed in lava as it cooled. Rainwater slowly seeped through the lava rock and filled the hole, bringing microscopic minerals with it that were trapped as the water continued downward. When the mineral concentration was too high for the water to handle, the minerals crystallized, slowly forming solid rings along the inside surface of the cavity. As you may have noticed, bones and shells also have cavities, large cavities and microscopic cavities, that can fill with mineral-rich water. In this ammonite fossil, you can see that some of the large cavities are still partly empty. This was also the case with my agate, but other chambers are completely full. They are completely permineralized. This petrified wood became petrified when each of its microscopic cells were permineralized, just like the Brazilian agate. The same thing happened to the bones of this dinosaur. Not all fossils become permineralized, but those that do can then easily last for hundreds of millions of years. Fossil: any preserved body part, excrement, or impression of an organism that lived in the distant past.